Morning, Steve Fried in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, most commodity prices are lower overnight after the CRB index made new highs for the move yesterday. Dollar's also a little bit higher. As far as the grains is concerned, beans down about 8 cents, wheat and corn about 2 cents. And the bean market kind of focusing a little bit on the fact that there is talk that China is trying to cancel or roll open soybean sales out of the U.S. There's also talk that European meal buyers may have got pretty good coverage for Feb and March at the recent highs and may have been backing off a little bit from their meal purchases. There's also talk that there's not a lot of rail bids for the P&W for March for beans, and that's maybe backing beans into the country to the crushers. So we might be near a top in some of the demand numbers, and we'll see if this old crop tight situation rallies beans one more time before the March goes off the board, or if this is it. As far as the corn and wheat market is concerned, I think that the weather conditions have improved wheat prices, and also I think the export demand has also improved prices. But now we're getting close to some levels in which we might be closer to value on the upside, especially if 2014 crops are okay. The USDA today will start their Outlook conference in a few minutes. The chief economist will be talking, and his speech is supposed to be including some guesstimates for 14 and 15 corn, soybean, and wheat U.S. supply and demand carryouts. And so those numbers could be negative to the marketplace if they're higher than this year. From a weather standpoint, it's raining in Chicago. There's talk about flooding. If we look at the next 2 weeks, temperatures will first initially cool off to below freezing and maybe even below zero by mid next week here in Chicago. But the overall 2-week rainfall forecast is above normal for parts of the eastern southern plains, most of the Midwest and the southeast. This will be welcomed for the areas that are dry, if we can get the water into the ground since the ground is frozen. As far as other news, we'll be watching for export sales tomorrow and see if there's any cancellations from the China. We're also looking for any new sales in corn and wheat. More press on the Ukraine unrest, and that's causing Ukraine wheat and corn export prices to improve. So far, we haven't seen any disruption of marketing by farmers, loading of boats, or even long-term planting of the 2014 crops, but that has to be watched. As always, these are my thoughts, not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services, and have a safe and profitable trading day.